Hello everybody, welcome to Quick Games Heck Yeah! We're really into the last batch of games, really, for this season. So, you know, let's take it home strongly. Let's finish strongly. Oh no. Well, let's finish. Finishing is really an underrated skill. So, no shame in just crawling across that finish line, I reckon. Today we're looking at a game called Jubilee by maybe the greatest game developer name I've ever heard, Gayleviticus. Which is, I was raised Catholic, so, you know, there's a lot going on with that title, and I really appreciate every layer. Jubilee, we know nothing about this game other than it is, let me get my little hat. I don't know. It's a bit chill here, so I've got the beanie going. But obviously, you know, sometimes I wonder if I look a little bit too Popeye. It's part of Pride at Play, Jubilee, which is that really great exhibit that did Sydney and Melbourne. What's there to say? Just thoughtful queer games, and we've had a pretty good run with them so far. Although they haven't, I mean, the games have all actually been very thoughtful and interesting, but I don't know if I've been able to do them justice. Because, you know, for a bunch of reasons, I think. Maybe because they're a bit too close to the bone, a lot of the material. Oh, Jubilee offers two difficulty settings, Mercy and Wrath. Wrath? Mercy reduces all enemies' offensive stats by 25%, but their other stats remain the same. This mode is intended for newcomers to the RPG genre or people who prefer story over challenging combat. Okay, you know, I'm kind of grappling with this myself at the moment. You know, we all know of like difficulties of like easy, medium, and hard, but I'm kind of in favor of like a story mode in games, which is really literally just turning off sort of all enemies, like putting all their hit points to one kind of thing. Just for accessibility reasons, like, and also for think of the poor streamers who are talking and playing at the same time. So yeah, I think all my games in future will just have like a story mode where you just kind of can play them, regardless of your ability. So, yeah, I mean, reducing by 25%, whatever. I was watching, was it Games Done Quick a few months ago, a little while ago, and they were doing their summer challenge or summer fundraising thing. Which, if you're not familiar with it, it's an event where there's a subgenre of gamers in the gaming scene who they love to play games, but like not to play them as the game was meant to be made, but they play them to finish them as quickly as possible. So the idea being is like who has the world record for the speed run for this game, for the speed run through this game. So if you think of something like, was it Super Mario 64 or Mario 64, whatever the game was called. You know, for like a regular playthrough, it's probably a couple of hours, 3 or 4 hours or whatever, or 6 hours, who knows, 6 hours or whatever. But the speedrunners have got it down to 20 minutes. And it's all about like finding gaps in the walls that the developers didn't know about, or like using items in a way that it's not expected, like stacking, like getting a shield and then maybe putting a poison on it, but then also getting the herb that doubles your poison effect kind of thing, and just kind of like figuring out these little tricks to kind of, and even just figuring out how to avoid cutscenes, just to shave off a few seconds. And as a game developer, I just find it super interesting to watch speedrunners play a game, because it's like a completely valid way of playing the game, but also it involves like the complete breakdown of every function in the game. Like it involves like just breaking the game down, and getting just something different and more like maybe more exciting and vivid out of it. Like it's sort of like the parkour of like gaming. Anyway, I was watching it, and they did Elden Ring, which is a big game, which I haven't played because I don't really play the big AAA titles. But I've heard that this game is very tough. And they were just, it was all about, you know, oh, we're getting this herb that will boost our health by 10%, which you wouldn't think we really need, but because we're going to three-shot this guy, we're going to need that extra 10% to survive that, so then our horse can climb up a wall, kind of thing. Um, yeah, so that's reading the whole thing about ROF and difficulties just took me back to that little moment. Note, your current difficulty setting is not linked to a specific save file, but is universal across all save files. This is an essay! Get to the game! Always dash, always command remember, message speed, battle speed fastest, difficulty mode, mercy. Okay. How do I get out of this menu? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm going to hit escape. Okay. You can change this difficulty anytime from the config menu. I mean, it's tough because I'm a big believer in, like, starting a game not in, like, fully immersive mode. Like, don't start full screen sort of thing. Give people an option to edit the settings before the game starts. But at the same time, you want to get them to the game pretty quick. Like, you don't want to give them essay after essay. If this counsel or this work be of mortals, it will come to naught. But if it be of God, ye cannot overthrow it, lest haply ye be found even to fight against God. Oh, I don't really... Lest haply ye be found even to fight against God. Okay, if this counsel or this work be of mortals, so anything you do will come to naught unless it's by God. Then it can't come to naught, because if you want to do that, it means you have to fight against God, which you can't do, I guess. Something. Ooh, Jubilee. See, I'm trying to lean into the biblicalness of it. It's not doing anything. Oh, there it goes. Mika, I believe that is a Bible name. Also the name chosen by young gay guys around the world when they don't want to be called Michael anymore. What's that boy up to? It's almost 10 o'clock and he's still asleep? Oh, this is the first game that's required reading for quite a few games, so I'm really out of practice. I'll get into it, don't worry. Wake up or you're going to miss the ceremony. RPG Maker! Who's the framework for making games? Oh, that's a bit loud. It's only got two settings, soft or loud, in my ears. It's the beanie. Whoa, steady there, young man. I know you're excited for the festival and all, but no need to go jumping around like that. Anyway, your sister got tired of waiting and went on ahead. She said you'd meet you at the bus stop. You better hurry up if you want to get there on time. That's right, the opening ceremony for the Millennial Festival is today. You'd better get a move on. Micah's apartment. Gotta take the teddy bear. Your stuffed toy bear, Methuselah. You've had him for 14 years now, ever since Rachel won him for you at a carnival. Clock? An alarm clock. Maybe a bit old-fashioned, but you find the routine comforting. It was meant to wake you up on time for the festival opening ceremony. Wondering why it didn't. On close inspection, looks like you forgot to actually set the alarm. Whoops. You rummage through the drawers and find Mika's Life Savings, 25S. I mean, that could be Singaporean dollars, maybe. Oh well, not much left after you, because these games are from Southeast Asia, Oceania, Pacifica. So I'm trying to figure out where they're actually from. So I'm looking for clues. Not much left after you spend it all on a new computer. Your parents will probably be happy to give you some more if you really need it, but no need to bother them. Do we have clothes on? It's awkwardly flesh-toned. Just clothes in there. Tons and tons of outfits you've never worn. At least they look nice hanging there. Alright, let's go. Let's go to this festival thing. Ooh. There seems to be something of interest in the bin. Obtained an unused stimulant. Ooh. Okay, so maybe we're a bit of a sci-fi setting. A bit of an odd thing to find in the trash, but oh well. Okay, trash. Not really an Australian word. I'm leaning towards US or Singapore. Oh honey, we'd love you to come to the ceremony with you and your sister, but your mother and I are just so tired. The two of you have fun though, or else. Seems like every day they're arresting more and more people for attempted terrorism. Nothing's happened yet, but you be safe out there, okay? And make sure to save often, alright? Just open up the menu and choose Save Load to keep a record of your game. You never know if something might go wrong after all. Well, okay, well. File 1, save. Okay. So we're level 1. I think LP is life points, maybe? I don't know. Locked. Okay, we're not doing dishes. We don't have, for once, an RPG game that doesn't make you do the dishes before you leave the house. Oh, what luxury. Okay. Next door neighbour Bill. But it is the Commonwealth spelling of neighbour, so that could push it back into being Australian or New Zealand, maybe. Those treasure chests that keep popping up, did you know the colour is actually determined by the chest's contents? Yellow means it contains denarii, cold hard cash. Now is that a Babylon 5 reference? Red means it contains a usable item, you know, medicine and stuff. Green means there's a weapon inside. And blue means it contains some kind of armour. It's actually pretty spooky. The other day I took some money out of my chest and put some pills in instead, and I saw it change from yellow to red right before my eyes. That is spooky. Young man, there's a place you can go. I said, young man, when you're short on your dough. You can stay there, I'm sure you'll find many ways to have a good time. It's called your apartment. Rest there to recover your party. Absolutely free. Okay. Next door neighbour Sally. Your mothers are almost 50. Your mothers are oh, I missed that! 2 women, 2 mums. That's great. But they don't look a day over 30. Mika, how the heck do they do it? Does being a lesbian stop you aging? Do you think I should give it a try? Alright, let's go. Leave the apartment complex? Yes. Wow, okay, this is a substantial game. Any game that's got a bit of a world to travel around in, I'm like, that's taken effort. I'm not gonna remember where we lived. I love this part of the city. It's so quiet and charming, yet only a couple minutes bus ride from the festival plaza. Cool. Speaking of that, the Millennial Festival opening ceremony is going to start soon. I better get ready. Oh, what's in here? Closed for Millennial Festival opening ceremony. Convenient. Alright, let's go. I want to find the bus. Because we only have half an hour with these games, so I'm a bit like, we got to get a... Normally I just walk around talking to everybody and sort of go off around behind the houses, but let's get a wiggle on. Mama and Papa gave me pocket money, so I bought 6 packets of gummy bears, but I feel sick now. I don't think I can go to the festival. What? We're going to the shops. Okay. Oh. Oh, let's steal some stuff from the shop. Obtain an apartment key. Welcome to Milk and Honey Mart. What can I help you with today? Talk. I wish I could go to the festival opening ceremony, but I got hit with a shift all day. Lucky me. I mean, I shouldn't be saying that kind of thing to customers. Never mind me. Oh no, oh that's not our sister. Okay. Religious sister. The grace parameter is very mysterious, but it's said that it affects the rate at which you inflict and receive ailments, the power of items, your critical hit rate, and the damage of the critical hits. It truly is a blessed mystery. We're also lucky to live in a city as peaceful and prosperous as Neo-Rome, aren't we, young man? You should go offer up your thankfulness to the Lord by paying a visit to the church before you go running off to that fancy festival. Take some time to confess your sins as well. After all, it would be a shame if something happened and you were to die in a state of unrepentant mortal sin. Wow. Oh, is that the church? More money stuff. Money! Obtained a pearl of great price. Wow. I see another one. Treasure! Treasure! Oh, I love the recycle bins. That's awesome. Obtained a pearl of great price. Okay. I see another way to walk as well now, so let's go that way. Ah, that took us a while. There you are, sleepyhead. Took you more than long enough. Do you know how long I waited for you to wake up? You need to learn to go to bed at a reasonable time. Night owl, my heck. You're a growing boy. You need sleep to get good nutrients or whatever. Anyway, hurry up, Slowpoke. We're about to miss the bus. I don't have control anymore. Rachel is tagging along with you. Press the P button to select party talk. Okay. Yes. Finally, I thought we were never going to get a move on. I'm sure we left a whole bunch of treasure behind, but oh well. Oh, that's cool. Come on, I swear we're just going around in circles. It looks like we've seen the same 4 buildings over and over again. Okay, this game has got a little bit of fourth wall breaking. Always humorous. I want to get to the festival. You sit and gaze idly out the window as Rachel complains. Could this bus possibly go any slower? Did somebody replace the wheels with snails? Young lady, could you please quiet down? It's very polite for a bus driver. Yeah, sure, fine, whatever. What a fascist. Whatever happened to free speech? I guess we really do live in a society. It's very internet. That's very internet language. We're here, finally. Look at it all. Can't you just smell it in the air? Juicy exotic flavors from all over the world, fragrant flowers of all kinds, and of course, tons of cute sexy guys, single and ready to mingle. This is going to be so awesome. You roll your eyes at Rachel's enthusiasm, but can't help letting out a smile. Alright, so it looks like it's still a while to the opening ceremony. I'm going to go look around. Smell you later. Well, might as well look around then. Jump straight to the first boy we see. Oh, it's an old lady. Those little sprites, I don't know what they are. Young man, you must be famished walking around the festival. Can I interest you in some good old-fashioned Eastern cooking? Well, we're not hurt, I don't think. We'll talk though. I've never been to the East, of course. Why anyone would ever want to step foot outside Neo-Rome, I haven't the faintest. So it's like, we're in a futuristic city, but it's near future, isn't it? Like, the cars and everything look kind of normal. Or maybe the sprite set was a present-day sprite set. It's hard to know how far in the future we are. But I've taught myself what I could get from cookbooks. This is about as authentic as it gets. Oh, that's cute. Oh, there's a queue for some sort of ride. Young woman, the Ferris wheel looks so romantic. I just wish I had a girlfriend to ride it with. Or a boyfriend, I'm not fussed. The line for the rides is so long, heck it. Yep. Oh, talk to the old lady. Arrgh. Goodness, you know you're getting old, even a light-hearted festival like this leaves you feeling exhausted. I'm heading home for a nap as soon as the opening ceremony is over. Tired father, can we just take a break for a minute? Little girl, hiya daddy, hiya. The things one says on stream. Young man, oh come on, let's go on one of the rides. Which one do you want? Man, that roller coaster looks so cool, but a Ferris wheel ride would be some real romantic heck. What'd you think? Come on, let's go. Oh, I don't love roller coasters. Like, I get like the adrenaline from them, but I don't particularly enjoy the feeling. And I met up with a date for a guy. There's a festival in Melbourne called Moomba once a year, and they put some like rides in one of the parks, and it was a big romantic first date kind of thing, and he was so excited, except it was like, he was a good guy and very handsome and very charming, very fun and everything, but we didn't click. But he kind of kept testing me, I guess. It was a little bit, I found it a little bit off-putting. And it was kind of like, oh, are you going to take me on this ride? Like, are you going to get us tickets to go on this ride? Or is it like too scary for you kind of thing? And so I was like, sure, fine, whatever. Things one does on a date, right? And so it was that one where it like the two long things, and you get in one end of it, and it like swivels around. And then it like just sort of drops you, and you spin around and kind of go up and then back a bit, and you see a whole vista of the city, because it's like 100 meters high or whatever. It was very, very tall. And yeah, so we just get in it, and then they crank us up to the top, and I'm just like, yep, here I am, my feet hanging out on this contraption that was been put up a week ago, and it's probably rusted through, whatever, not enjoying it. Can't even see the guy next to me because of all the bars and everything. Anyway, we were just sitting there for ages and ages and ages, and I looked down, and right down at the very bottom, in the very, like, ant-sized, I see in the other capsule, these two people, the other seats, two, like, customers trying to get on, but, like, arguing with the, you know, the carny running the thing. And you could just see them, like, having this full-on blue, because I think one of them probably was, like, too large for the seat, too large for the ride or whatever. And honestly, the argument went on for, like, 15 minutes. And so I'm just sitting up there in what is, like, not a safe situation. Like, it was, like safe, but, like, not, not like you're on the ground. We're just kind of dangling up in the air. Swaying in the breeze. It's just like not having, I mean, it was fun, but also like that adrenaline feeling I don't particularly love. So I'm just sort of sitting up there sweating and enjoying the view and enjoying the company, but at the same time going, well, this is a non-normal situation. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to just go by to the river and watch the Birdman rally or whatever, but I think that was too sedate for him. And that was the end of the date, really. But I always remember that looking down at just that sinking feeling when you realize that, yep, something's gone wrong. I love my boyfriend. He's so cute when he's excited. You okay, Pipsqueak? Need anything? No, cool, then run off and leave me in peace. Go find your own hot boy. This one's mine. We'll see about that, Scrag. So, you come here often? Tee-hee-hee-hee. Oh, it's your sister. Oh. Hey, wait just a second. What kind of a pickup line do you call that? Of course I don't come here often. This festival only happens once every 1,000 years. Wow. That's a... I was going to say that's pretty special, but then I was reading this thing about some art installation in, like, Estonia somewhere, or, like... I don't know which country, but I think Eastern Europe, where they're placing a rock, like a concrete block every 10 years, I think. And it'll be finished in, like, the year 3200, when they'll have finished placing all the blocks. And they've put there's 4 blocks in place so far. And, it's just one of those things where you're like, this is actually kind of awesome. Like, I know we'll never ever live to see it, but already you can see the four concrete blocks, and the first one is a little bit weathered, and the second one's like a little bit weathered but not as much. Just in those 4 concrete blocks, and they're meant to be identical. Although this is the engineer in me, I was instantly like, well, how do they know they're making the blocks out of the same material? Like, within 10 years, you know, the quarry can have closed down or something. But I think that's part of the installation, really. Do I look that old to you? No, I just meant you just thought you could recycle the same tired lines for any old... If you don't want him, Rachel, we'll have them. No, we like that she's sticking up for herself. Good on you, sis. Scholar, this monument has been here for 500 years. In fact, it was erected in honor of Neo-Rome's 500th anniversary. Wait, does that mean it's 1,000 years? It's written in the same ancient tongue that is spoken by the city's founders, Romulus and Remus, which means it is intelligible only to an educated few. I myself can only make out a few fragments here and there. What does it say? Donation box? Locked. Oh. I mean, we haven't... Do we have someone to love yet? I really, really need to pee. Why on earth would they hold a huge festival for the entire city and only build 2 toilets? It's utterly ridiculous. If I develop incurable bladder disease from this, I will sue the Emperor himself. This Neo-Rome thing, it's like... I'm kind of intrigued by the world building. Like, any Neo-Rome thing, I think, is always really cool. Like, yeah, it's a little bit basic, isn't it? It's like, what if the Nazis won World War II? But, like, I really love that stuff. I really love Neo-Rome. I have a friend who, yeah, he writes, he's written a book about Byzantium. Because, you know, I guess in school we always learn about Rome. We don't really learn about the Eastern Roman Empire. And my friend, who's a bit of a historian, he's really big on it. And, you know, anytime you mention Rome or something, he's like, well, you know, don't forget the Eastern half, because it's actually like really, really astounding, amazing stories there too. So maybe we need a new Byzantium game. Oh wait, oh, this is a person. Starstruck man. The Emperor always makes such brilliant speeches. His Eminence truly is a national treasure. We can only pray his radiant glory will shine upon us forevermore. Foodie. Foodie can have a surprisingly good effect on your health and energy levels, but it takes time to digest. That's why you can't really eat it when you're in the middle of something urgent like a fight or whatever. Oh, we haven't had a fight. Well, let's save it. Okay. Who's... Oh. Pearl of Great Price. This way is where Emperor Yuri will be giving his speech for the opening ceremony shortly. Until then, until everything is ready, nobody is allowed past. Oh, is this person? That's a scholar. I feel like we've spoken to everybody. We'll try this chess thing. Obtained ADD. 80 denaries. Oh, are you new? Foodie. Oh, oops. It's a manhole leading down to the sewers. Sealed tight. Not like you want to go down there anyway. I did? Okay, talk to the jester. Free giveaway. Have this. Obtained a fruit of grace. It means you're worthy of my grace. Attention, all visitors. We are pleased to announce that the opening ceremony, presided over by Emperor Yuri himself, will be commencing shortly. Please make your way to the designated area to the east in an orderly fashion. Oh. Oh, wow. Imperial Plaza. Is it starting? They said it was starting. You're all so tall, I can't see. All in such a rush. Goodness gracious me. If you would all please calm down and stop trying to force your way through. The Emperor, my king, my one desire. If only I were closer. Damn it, we're so far away. Micah, how good's your throwing arm? Can you pick me up and toss me over the crowd? I'll never ever ask you for anything, and the one time I ask for this tiny measly favor, you go tell me you can't do it? Just say you hate women and go. Sigh. Yes, I did just say sigh out loud, and what of it? It's starting. Is the Emperor the love interest? I can't hear anything. Oh. All rise for His Eminence, Emperor Yuri. I love how the dog and the cats are in it as well. Oh, and look at all the security guards. I can barely see him. This is ridiculous. It's like every man and his dog is here. Yeah. My children, dear, dear children of our glorious ancient city of Neo-Rome, we gather here today to commemorate 1,000 years since our forefathers, the great and powerful Romulus and Remus, established our glorious city in truth, honor, and might. We stand here today as beneficiaries of 1,000 years of progress, 1,000 years of brave, valiant men and women fighting onwards for the right to live safely, securely, and prosperously. It's thanks to their hard work throughout the ages that, none of you have even the faintest inkling of the truth. What the heck just happened? Micah, what are you doing? Into a new era of peace, prosperity, of glory and power, where we shall all become like cattle, obedient and fattened for the slaughter. You children of Babylon live in ignorance, and in that ignorance lies safety. Can you imagine what would happen if you ever took a moment to peer past the glorious dream that beguiles you instead directly into the face of the unending nightmare beneath? Holy moly, this game is just smackdown. What the heck? Like sheep, you give your hearts and minds to your shepherd. You accept the dream because you cannot bear to face the cold, harsh reality. My children, my wonderful children of Babylon. What's that funny feeling in your head? What's that funny feeling in your stomach? What's going on? The world looks funny. Wow. Do not worry, children of Babylon. Your mother will protect you. Your mother will guard you all from misfortune. I will keep you safe from the nightmare, from all evil, from all pain, from all doubt. Continue to obey me, and your deepest desires will be fulfilled. Continue in your ignorance, children of Babylon. Have faith in me, have faith in yourself. Cast away all doubt, and you shall be rewarded. Don't go into the vortex? Rookie error. Yay, Emperor Yuri. Truly a great man. You okay? Gonna take that as a no. Where are you? What is this place? Also, you're gonna take a guess from the fact you are lying face first in a pile of garbage that you aren't feeling too good. Run into some trouble? This could be love interest. You should know it isn't safe out here. Me, I'm fine. I know this place like the back of my hand, but you look like fresh meat. A nice appetizer for any demons feeling peckish. Yeah, did you hit your head or something? You can't throw a rock around here without hitting a demon. Don't tell me you've never heard of them. Anyway, we should get going. I don't know exactly where you're from, but the nearest safe place is the clinic downtown. Let's go. Oh, you're right. The name's Amos. And yours? Mika, huh? Pleasure. Don't worry, Mika. I'll look after you. Mika? Mika. I'll look after you. There's nothing to worry about. Now, come on. Amos is tagging along. Or rather, you're tagging along with Amos. Remember, you can talk to your companion anytime by pressing the P button. Give it a go now. Oh, that's super cute. Okay, let's save it there. Leave it on a bit of a cliffhanger. Unfortunately, Quick Games Heck Yeah, we only get half an hour with the games, and we're only here to give a bit of a flavour of them. That was great. That was really a full game, you know what I mean? Like, we only just got started. We didn't even get to the combat sections as well. The premise was really great. I think what really was very interesting about that game was just how the queer worldview of it was just embedded throughout the game. Like your mums, half the people in the park were bi or gay. People spoke freely about being queer and all that sort of stuff. So it was very, very genuine, like a genuinely queer game. I think I can see why it made it into Pride of Play. Yeah, I think if you'll watch this and it's your kind of game, go and download it and play it. It's free. It's free, or yeah, I think it's free, this one. I've got so many games from bundles, it's hard to know what I paid for and what was free, you know what I mean? But yeah, that was a really, really, really interesting game, and I'm kind of really interested to see where they go with the biblical theme, because I think it's obviously very ripe for gay developers to kind of do a take on it. Like, not everything is always as it seems, I think, when it talks to bringing in like demons and angels into queer games. Alright, thank you for joining me on Queer Games Heck Yeah, and I'll see you next time. Bye.